Konnichiwa, and welcome to the Samurai Way, the podcast where we dive into the wisdom of the samurai, the art of Japanese living, and the philosophies that help us live with purpose and perseverance. I'm Lori Tsugawa, and whether you're here to explore Bushido, the samurai, uncover the meaning of Ikigai, or just looking for a little extra gambaru, never give up spirit in your daily life, you're in the right place. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's walk this path together. Are you ready? Let's begin. Welcome back to the Samurai Way, the podcast where ancient wisdom meets modern life. And today I want to take you somewhere with me, not through time, but through space and spirit. I want to share some of the story about my transformational tour to Japan. It wasn't just a tour, it was a pilgrimage, an awakening of sorts, and I came back transformed. Let me take you there. Kyoto is not just a city, it's a soul. I landed in the Kansai airport with a carry-on, a notebook, and a heart open to receive whatever the journey would bring. And what it brought was silence. A kind of sacred and intentional silence that doesn't ask for your attention. It invites us. And the kind of silence that make you want to hear your own soul whispering, finally. Japanese hospitality. The word in Japanese for hospitality is omotenashi. And it's not just a simple translation of hospitality, it's a philosophy and a way of life that emphasizes selfless service and genuine care for others, often without expecting anything in return. Here's a more detailed explanation. It's written with two kanji characters, omo, meaning respect or honorable, and motenashi, meaning to treat well or entertain. Omotenashi goes beyond basic politeness. It involves anticipating the guest's need, which happened with me, offering exceptional service, and ensuring a positive and memorable experience. It made me feel like royalty sometimes. You'll see omotenashi in action in various aspects of Japanese life, from the meticulous attention to the details to the warm welcome offered to guests at home, a restaurant, or a hotel. Omotenashi has deep roots in Japanese culture, especially the tea ceremony, where the host strives to create a harmonious and peaceful environment for the guests. Omotenashi has deep roots in the Japanese culture, particularly in the tea ceremonies, where the host strives to create a harmonious and peaceful environment for the guests. Omotenashi is deeply ingrained in the Japanese society, reflecting a strong sense of responsibility and a desire to ensure the well-being and comfort of others. Omotenashi is a philosophy of Japanese hospitality. It is kind, warm, sincere, eager to please, patient, prepared with care and love, delight in serving. And when you're finished, you can say, domo arigato gozaimashita. Thank you very much. Or gochisousama deshita. I would say that the meal was delicious. In fact, one time I said, chodo ii desu, meaning it was perfect. They delighted in serving, and it really warmed their hearts when I would show gratitude. And they knew the perfect timing to remove your dishes and to bring in the next course. They served me chocolate with my coffee. It was wonderful. And I also said, zenbu oishikatta, means everything was delicious and perfect. And they even helped me with little details like where to go catch the bus, the train, or the closest way to the nearest station to go to my next destination. We traveled in comfort with private transportation and a local guide who truly brought the experience to life. Our timing was serendipitous. We arrived just in time for the annual rice planting festival. And let me tell you, it was unlike anything I've ever seen in Japan. Picture this. The young women dressed in traditional red and blue outfits, standing knee-deep in water and gently planting the rice by hand. Each movement was deliberate, almost ceremonial. There was a quiet reverence in the air. The weather was perfect, sunny with a soft breeze. And I stood there watching, and I was overwhelmed by a sense of connection. Because I've been there before in my own way. You see, I'm a farmer's daughter, and I remember the early mornings in the muddy fields and the feeling of earth between my fingers and sometimes my toes. We planted by hand, just like these women, and later by machine, just like they do in the country. But the spirit, it was still the same. It was hard work, yes, but there was pride in doing a job well. Watching this festival brought it all back to me. It was looking into a mirror of my own past, a past that I didn't relish until lately. I'm so happy and proud that I'm a farmer's daughter, but it didn't always begin that way. And that which I once scorned, I now truly embrace. And afterwards, we stopped at a local restaurant. Nothing fancy, but just a cozy little spot that was filled with happy conversations and the warmth of people. And we were there, only foreigners there. And yet, I felt completely at home. The specialty? Soba, the buckwheat noodles, and tempura. Simple, comforting, and yet absolutely delicious. There's something about sharing a meal with the locals that makes you feel more like than a tourist. You almost feel like a guest. Later in the day, we visited the Indigo Museum and I was captivated. The deep, rich blues of textiles, like the blue in your jeans, and the scent of the natural dyes, the artistry in every piece. It was breathtaking. I could have stayed there for hours just soaking it all in. And we even saw the dye studio, where the century-old craft continues to thrive. Then we wandered into the Miyama Folklore Museum, which felt like stepping back in time. I could almost hear the footsteps of those who lived and worked for there a long time ago. Their tools, the clothes, their way of life. It was a reminder of how much we owe to those who came before us. This trip to Miyama, it just was beautiful. It was grounding. It reminded me of my own roots and the value of slowing down, of the quiet strength in the tradition and the beauty of every day. Miyama is more than a destination. It's an experience that stays with you. It's the kind of place that speaks to the soul. I left with a full heart, clear mind, and a renewed appreciation for the simple, meaningful things in life. Thanks for joining me on this journey, and I hope you find your own Miyama moment, whatever that might be. And that's a wrap for today's episode, The Samurai Way. I hope you found a little inspiration, a new perspective, or just something to reflect upon as you go about your day. Now remember, the samurai spirit isn't just about history. It's about how you show up, face challenges, and live with purpose. Whether it's Ikigai guiding your path or a little extra Ganbaru pushing you forward, keep walking strong. So if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, share, or leave a review. It really helps. And if you've got thoughts, questions, or just want to connect, just contact me. So until next time, stay focused, stay determined, and keep living with purpose. Mata ne.